Daredevil Born Again cannot keep getting away with this. They can't keep getting away with it. Because that's just a crazy cliffhanger. That episode got me feeling like Wilson Fisk. I find that a primal scream is the only way to release your emotion. Ah! And just like my man Dex, Born Again can't miss. And might I say, this episode was just extra saucy. And either way, so much happened, and me and you, we gotta talk about it. This is your spoiler warning. You have been warned. So we kick off this episode with a blue rose, with the entire screen colored blue. As the blue dissipates, we get this slow-moving camera that slowly keeps panning out. And for a second, I thought I was in a Claritin commercial. But nah, it's just prison, as it's revealed that it's Dex. Demon home! I just love Wilson Bethel as Bullseye, so it's always great to see him come back. But we find out that he's getting moved from solitary to general population, which basically means someone wants him. But who? As we get some more blue, I realize that this is him locking in as Bullseye. We cut to Vanessa and Fisk, and yeah, I feel sorry if you actually thought Vanessa put a hit out on Fisk. They were on that shit together. But Big Willie says, Vanessa, I have something to show you. As we cut to Matt looking out the window looking like me on a Monday morning. Hello, darkness, my old friend. And we get a nice little restraint. She really just out here face card for me. But her and Matt get into a little kerfluffle about how Muse and Daredevil aren't that different because they wear masks. And Matt's like, yeah, but Daredevil saved you. And she said, I saved me. She kind of ate him up. But then we cut back to Fisk and Vanessa, and he's showing her where Adam is. And I love how we cut back and forth between Matt and Fisk, as Fisk gives Vanessa an ultimatum. And Buck, you are still not Wesley, little bro, shows up to invite Heather to a ball. But it turns out Heather never told Matt that she took on Wilson Fisk as a client. Now you know better than that. Fisk puts two things on the table for Vanessa, a gun and a key. As Matt's over here pissed like you can't trust Wilson Fisk. If Fisk is in your life sucks. So she says, all right, you come with me then. And just like me when the wifey invites me to a work event, I'm like, yeah, listen, I'm busy. Plus, I wasn't invited. There's a plus one. Vanessa grabs the gun and says, I packed that thing too. Unloads the clip on Adam. I was like flinching. I was like, all right, damn, you got him. He's already dead. And it's official. They've reconciled. No more divorce. Fisk is like, I'll never leave you again. And I'm not gonna hold you. This is like my favorite murderous terrible villain couple. Matt goes into the office where Kirsten tells him, hey, Poindexter, yeah, he's asking for you specifically. Moved him to Gen Pop and he wants your help. Matt's like, oh, they moved him to Gen Pop. Can I get front row seats? That's called bars. Picking up with Fisk and the Fiskettes. He tells them all it's a time for celebration. The AVT is doing work. Vigilanteism is down 30%. And Fisk was feeling so good, he gave Daniel a promotion to head of communication. And of course, Daniel took this opportunity to turn Fisk into a Krispy Kreme donut. I've never seen someone glaze for him like that. He said, I'm gonna work night and day. I'd burn for you. Like, zip his pants back up, bro. The funniest part was Fisk was like, I know you will. Matt and Kirsten are talking to a new potential client who's just lying out of his ass. Matt hit him with the say that again. Say that again. Matt was pissed. He was like, you're lying out of your teeth. I ain't representing you. And Kirsten was like, Matt, what's the matter? Have a Snickers. You're not yourself. That's like every day I wake up, I try my best, but nothing's going right. My life sucks. She's like, okay, I understand. And Matt goes back to the literal scene of the crime, Josie's, which seems to be the place that gives him fuel. And Josie's went out of business. It's closed down. No. But as Matt's about to walk away, Josie opens up the door and she's like, Matt, get your little ass in here, have a drink. So they do, and they have a nice little heartwarming conversation about how she's thinking about reopening the place. When I'm sick of this bald-headed demon. I'm sick of Cherry's ass. I'm sick of this. Comes in like, Kirsten told me to keep tabs on you. You're ruining your life. Matt immediately pouring another shot is the realest thing I've seen in my life. But Josie talks about how Foggy ordered a very special drink as he was her last customer. And Matt's like, hold on a second. He only orders that if he's celebrating. That's when he says, hold on, he won a case. Someone wanted him dead. It's all starting to make sense now. When he goes to visit,